I will never look at language learning apps the same way after learning this. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of language learning apps. You know, that market that's projected to hit a whopping $42 billion by 2028? That's insane. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably downloaded and deleted at least a dozen of these apps, promising yourself you'll finally learn Italian or finally master that Spanish course you started years ago. But with so many options out there, it's tough to know which one is worth your time, and let's be honest, your hard-earned money. We'll be comparing 3 of the biggest players in the game: Babbel, Rosetta Stone, and Duolingo. These are the heavy hitters, the ones you've definitely heard of, but we're going deep, guys. We're talking about pricing, teaching methods, and what each platform is really good at. Because at the end of the day, you want results, right? You want to be able to order that croissant in Paris without butchering the language, or maybe impress your date with some fluent Spanish. So whether you're a complete beginner or you've got some language learning experience under your belt, this video is for you. Stick around, because we're about to break down these language learning titans and see which one comes out on top. First up, let's talk about Babbel. Now, Babbel is all about structured learning. Think of it like the well-organized friend who always has a plan. They offer 14 different languages, which might not sound like a lot compared to some others, but their focus is on quality over quantity. And guys, their courses are designed by real language experts, not just some algorithm. That means you're getting grammar lessons, vocabulary builders, and exercises that are actually engaging. One of the things I really like about Babbel is their emphasis on real-life conversations. From day one, they throw you into situations you'd actually encounter in a foreign country, like ordering food, asking for directions, or even flirting, which could be interesting, right? They also have this cool feature called Review Manager, which uses spaced repetition to help you remember those tricky vocabulary words. You know, the ones you always forget. This is clutch because it's basically training your brain to retain information long-term. But here's the thing, Babbel operates on a subscription model. That means no free lunches here, folks. They do offer a free trial so you can test the waters, but after that, you're looking at monthly subscriptions. Now, this could be a pro or a con depending on your budget and how serious you are about learning. Some people, myself included, actually prefer the subscription model because it keeps you accountable. You're more likely to stick with it if you're paying for it, right? Overall, if you're the type of learner who thrives in a structured environment and you don't mind shelling out a bit of cash, Babbel is definitely worth checking out. Their focus on practical conversations and their clever review system make them a really solid choice. But hey, don't take my word for it. The best way to know if an app is right for you is to try it out for yourself. Hit up that free trial and see what you think. Next up, we've got the OG of language learning apps, the one and only Rosetta Stone. This is the one your parents probably used, maybe even your grandparents. They've been around since, forever. And they've built a reputation for being super immersive. And when I say immersive, I mean they really try to throw you headfirst into the language. Think of it like this. They don't bother with boring grammar explanations or translations right off the bat. Instead, they show you pictures, play you audio clips, and basically force you to figure things out on your own. It's like being dropped in a foreign country and having to learn the language to survive. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but you get the idea. This immersive approach can be really effective for some learners, especially those who are more visual or auditory learners. Now, Rosetta Stone has also jumped on the technology bandwagon and incorporated speech recognition software into its lessons. This means you can actually practice your pronunciation and get feedback on your accent, which is pretty cool. And let's be real, having good pronunciation is key to actually being understood when you're speaking another language. But here's the catch. Rosetta Stone can be pricey, like really pricey. They do offer different subscription options, but it's definitely a bigger investment compared to some of the other apps out there. Also, because their method is so immersive, some people find it a bit overwhelming, especially if they're complete beginners. If you're someone who needs a bit more hand-holding and structured learning, Rosetta Stone might not be the best fit. However, if you're up for a challenge and you want a truly immersive experience, Rosetta Stone is definitely worth considering. Their long-standing reputation and proven track record speak for themselves. Plus, who doesn't want to learn a language like a spy being prepped for a top-secret mission? Chapter 3. Duolingo, the free bird with millions of users. Finally, let's talk about the app that's practically taken over the world, Duolingo. This little green owl has become synonymous with language learning, and for good reason. First and foremost, Duolingo is free. Yep, you heard that right, completely free. They do offer a premium subscription called Duolingo Super, which removes ads and gives you some extra perks, but the core learning experience is totally free. This is huge, especially for people who are just starting out and don't want to commit to a paid app just yet. Now, Duolingo is known for its gamified approach to learning. They use points, badges, and streaks to keep you motivated and make language learning feel like, well, not a chore. This can be super effective, especially if you're someone who thrives on competition or gets bored easily. Plus, they offer a massive library of languages. Seriously, we're talking dozens and dozens of languages, from Spanish and French to Klingon and High Valyrian. But here's the thing, Duolingo is often criticized for not being as comprehensive as some of its competitors. While it's great for getting started and learning the basics, it might not be enough to get you to fluency on its own. Also, the gamified approach, while fun for some, can feel a bit repetitive and even childish to others. However, there's no denying that Duolingo has made language learning more accessible than ever before. Their free access, wide range of languages, and gamified learning experience have attracted millions of users worldwide. So if you're looking for a fun and engaging way to dip your toes into the world of language learning, Duolingo is a fantastic option. Just don't expect to become fluent in Mandarin overnight by playing owl games. So, there you have it, folks. We've broken down 3 of the biggest names in the language learning game: Babbel, Rosetta Stone, and Duolingo. Each app has its own strengths and weaknesses, so the best one for you really depends on your individual learning style, budget, and language goals. If you're all about structure and real-life conversations, Babbel might be your jam. If you want a truly immersive experience and don't mind splurging, Rosetta Stone could be the way to go. And if you're looking for a fun, free, and accessible way to get started, Duolingo is a no-brainer. At the end of the day, the most important thing is to choose an app that you'll actually use consistently. The key to language learning is consistency and dedication, no matter which app you choose. Don't be afraid to try out different apps, experiment with different learning methods, and find what works best for you. So which app do you think is the best for learning a new language? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, while you're down there, let me know what language you're most interested in learning. Maybe I'll do a deep dive on the best resources for that language in a future video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more informative content. See you in the next one.